All right, now let me play this jazz gospel progression for you. I'm going to play it through, up to tempo. Then I'm going to slow it down so you can catch all of the notes. Then I'll give you some ideas of how this progression is put together. So here we go. I think I changed those notes, sorry. Oops. Yeah. All right, so now let me slow it down for you. Now, before I slow it down, you can also rhythmicize this a little bit. I'm just playing it real straight. You can start to do. See how you can take these elements and you can start to combine them together like that little. It's a real nice gospel sound right there. You can take that and extract it and then work on that and use that as a little loop. Use that as a little cluster that you can practice. Let me go slow here. F. Then the A7. I could, if I wanted to, go F, then E minor 7, F flat 5, then A7. Okay, that's another option. And then D minor 7, D flat 7, the tritone, resolving down to C minor 7, then to F7, B flat 7. And now here, this is a B flat minor 7. Okay, so you remember how I said you could change the 4 chord to a minor? I did the minor, but I put the E flat in the left hand and then went to E flat 7. This is what I was talking about from the first volume, that flat 7-7, okay? Flat 7, there's a 7th, flat 7 from the key is E flat, okay? And I'm making a flat 7-7, which means that I'm on the flat 7 chord, adding the flatted 7th to it, okay? So it's 4 minor, flat 7-7, to F. Here's your alternate bass motion, F7 with E flat in the bass, then the D7 flat 9, another alternate bass note here, then G minor, F, B flat, B diminished, C7 sus. I'm going to do that again. All right, I'm going to keep doing that while I talk about this. Think about what this is. There's your 2 chord, right? And it's resolving where? Up to that 5 chord. See that 5 chord, we have that B diminished just before we got to the 5. Remember the example before we did G? I'm sorry. Then to the 5 chord. Here I'm just doing something a little bit different. I'm just walking right on up diatonically until I get to the B. Right, which is the diminished, 7 diminished, moving up to the C. Okay, so here, when I move up diatonically, I'm on an A. I could have gone G minor, A minor, B flat 7 if I wanted to, but instead G minor, F, F with A in the bass gives it that kind of sound. G minor, F, B flat, B, C. Okay. But, hear that nice progression, that nice passing chord, G to F, up to B flat. I'm sure you've played this. You might not even have realized what it is that you're playing. You might see it written. This is the 2 chord to the 1 with the 3rd in the bass, moving up to the 4 chord. Then you're diminished, going up to C7 sus 4 to regular C. And then down to F7, F7 with A in the bass, the 3rd in the bass, B flat 7, B diminished. So we just did that, right? F, heard that sound too, I'm sure. Okay, F7. I have it written like that. You can also play it up here. A in the bass, B flat 7, B diminished, F over C again, and then I want to get to that C again, but you know what? I want to do something different, so rather than doing the sus and then the C augmented, I go up a half step, make a dominant chord, and then go down a half step, back down to the C. Notice that sharp 5 as well. This is a nice little trick here as well. That sharp 5 resolves right up to that third of F. Okay. So my suggestion for working with this progression is, I would say, go through and just try playing it real simple first of all. Just in quarter notes like this. You could also do this. This is what I have written actually, with a 9th. Okay. I gotta tell you, when I was, in high school, learning the piano, practicing, getting better, I would have died for these progressions. I always loved that sound. I could never really figure out what in the world is going on here. How is that sound being made? It is all in the passing chord. That's really what it is. That G minor going out to the B flat. Well, what do? What can you do for a passing chord? Well, A is the bass note. Well, I could go G minor, then the A minor, then B flat 7, like I said. But then what other chord works on that A? That F, okay? And then why the F? Well, F is the 5 chord that takes me to B flat. So if I do, but that dominant is a little bit, it's a little too much sometimes, so just do it in triads. And then that diminished sound. Okay, great sound. So like I said, just practice it just in that basic quarter note for right now, all right? And then we'll talk about some stuff you can do with it in the next chapter. See you in a minute.